Should have hit record by now, man. This would
Well,
have been
I'm
the
trying
perfect intro.
to. All right.
Recording in progress.
Okay, there we go. All right. Is everybody ready already?
Yes, sir.
All right, all
Super
right.
ready.
Let's hit it. Hello, hello, and welcome to our humble little podcast. This is Atlantis After Dark, the greatest place in all of cyberspace. Do you know what a stripper does to her asshole before going to work? She drops him off at band practice. I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go already. You are too. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it and meet today's all-stars. Warming up in the bullpen. Once he dated a girl with a twin. People used to ask him how they told him apart, and he said, well, Lisa painted her fingernails red and Frank had a cock. It's Biff by Adam West. What's the word, dude?
What's going on? I always wondered the dynamic if you were married, if two guys married to identical twins, like, is it just weird? Because you know you want to fuck the sister too.
Do you, really?
Isn't there like a personality element
Yeah,
involved
yeah.
in that? Like somewhat, a little.
No, but
I would
no,
hope
but
so.
It's not all physical attraction.
Well, but you know physically you're attracted to that person,
Wow.
and I wonder
Yeah.
if that's just a weird dynamic.
I don't know. I guess I never thought about it before because
I have.
Well, that's why you're here, Biff.
think about it all the time.
You think of shit that nobody else does. And that's why we love you. All right, man. Thanks for being on the show today. Next
For having
up,
me.
he's the Sorcerer Supreme of cyberspace. He asked a hooker for a blowjob. She said, that'll be $50. He said, what can I get for $5? She said, a bus pass. He said, well, what am I supposed to do with the bus pass? She said, I don't know, but you're not getting off here. It's Retpmus. What's happening, Big Kahuna?
Oh, same old, same old. Just glad to be here.
Just glad to be. We're glad to have you, pal.
Yeah,
We're damn glad to have you.
thank you.
Joining us on the show today, her birthday is coming up, and she asked her boyfriend for something long and hard for her gift this year. So he went out and got her a chess set. It's the lovely and talented DCL Junk. What's happening today?
Not much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're damn glad to have you today. Up next, it's the gangster of Ganja. He recently got a new job. Last week, his boss told him, you are the worst train conductor we've ever had. How many derailments have you had this year? He said, I don't know. It's hard to keep track. It's Sekju. Welcome, sir. That was really
Did you
fucking
pick
terrible.
that because of what's happening in my area? Is that?
No, I didn't. I wrote that I didn't think about it.
As you say, East
Jesus.
Palestine's like 40 miles away.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't
All
care.
right.
It's Ohio.
We're-
Fuck them.
Too soon. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. It's
well,
all
now
good.
I feel like a bummer.
No, I just thought that was it's you can find comfort in comedy, so
Right
why
on.
not?
Yeah,
That's
this
right.
this show's really
It's not
going
like
off the.
this shit's
This,
hitting me over
right.
here, so don't worry about us. But my neighbors to the north, yikes!
yeah, this show's really starting to go off the rails.
It
Yeah.
is. That's okay, though. I like it that way.
Is that what happened? Did a train go off the tracks? Is that?
Yeah, well, there was that huge derailment outside of East Palestine, Ohio, and then they had to like vent all these like hazardous chemicals, and now like the fish are dying everywhere, and like animals are dying,
Good
and
God.
people are throwing rocks in streams, and the rocks are starting to like bubble and look like they're dissolving and shit. And it's like,
Oh,
what
Ohio.
what exactly happened?
Biohazard
AB
going
thinks
on
it's
over
funny.
there.
They have like acid rain destroying people's cars that it's so intense, it's crazy. It's really
dang.
nuts. But can I just say that I thought the $5 bill thing was going to end with you can find a ride somewhere to go fuck yourself? Like I thought that's where that was headed.
I know. Sorry.
Damn.
Sorry.
Oh well. Anyway, thanks for having me, AB.
No problem. No problem.
Sorry to take it all serious there, listeners.
No.
for 2
You're
seconds.
good.
My
You're
bad.
good. Sometimes we need a break from it, right?
Right.
Can we
thanks
talk
for-
about the war in the Ukraine for a minute?
Right.
That was-
Oh,
Some more depressing
No.
stuff. Oh, last but not least, from the hidden isle of Themyscira. The other day, she told me she got flowers from her boyfriend for this Valentine's Day. I said, that's very romantic. She said, yeah, but then I had to spend the last 4 days with my legs in the air. I said, why? You don't have a vase? It's Witty Amazon. Oh, my God. That takes a little while to get, right? What's happening today,
I
Witty?
do have a vase.
Do you have a vase?
Yeah, I do.
Good. Well, then that's good news. Welcome one and all. And before we go, I just got to, this is a stupid question, and people don't know where I stand on this issue yet, but somebody told me something about cilantro, and I just want to know, like, what's the deal with cilantro? Is it the soap of plants, or is it a tasty herb? I want your opinions. Go.
Oh, before it gets supercharged in here, it's not that it's the soap of plants. It's
Right.
that for certain people, it tastes like soap, and there may or may not be a genetic component to that.
Yeah.
That is Sekju's position, and I fucking hate it because it tastes like soap. So.
Yes. It's not the soap of plants because I actually use soap. I don't use cilantro, so that's if you. It's like eating ass. Only no one gets the benefit of it. You know that's what I feel like.
Wow.
Cilantro is delightfully fresh tasting, and I love it.
Right. Witty, where do you stand on the whole issue of cilantro?
Well, I'm a meat kind of person, so herb's not my thing.
You're not a herbivore, you're a carnivore, right?
Exactly.
Retmus.
I'm kind of neutral. I just know that, it's pretty much one of the staple ingredients in like Mexican and Indian type foods.
Yeah.
And I like those foods. So it must be okay when it's mixed with other things, but standalone, not very many herbs taste very good standalone. I mean, if you go in and you grab parsley and you stick it in your mouth, or oregano and stick it in your mouth, they're very concentrated, and nothing is like, I don't think anything tastes superb by themselves, but the combination, it's like, for example, I don't like tomatoes at all, but I love ketchup and I love pizza sauce and spaghetti sauce. It's the combination that enhances other flavors is what I think is good about it.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Yeah, but does anyone just walk around and eat like a bunch of cilantro like an apple? I mean, I don't think it's ever
This
meant
is
to be eaten
so
alone.
It's
this
usually
is where
paired
my
with
story
meats and stuff like that. Yeah, it would typically be paired with meat. So you might try
Yeah.
it, Witty. You never know. On top of
Well, this
Well,
started.
this is where it comes from. You said nobody eats it like an apple, right? And that's true. Nobody does that. But you guys don't know where I stand on this issue yet. There's a taqueria in Kansas City called Don Antonio's. They get a free plug today because this place is the fucking shit. It's the best damn taqueria I've ever had. Their tortillas are made right there in the store. They're amazing. They have like a little taco stand. You can buy the tacos right there. And they have like your build your own taco bar kit. They have pico de gallo. They have, different salsas, different avocado stuff. And they have a large tray of cilantro. And do you know what I did with that large tray? I put that shit on my tacos like lettuce. It's delicious.
Absolutely is delicious, and this is how it started on we have a cask and smokehouse channel and our alliance chat, and I showed on Super Bowl Sunday some lovely fresh homemade salsa from my wife from her recipe from Honduras, and this all blew up into it turns out there are a lot of people, including two on this podcast right now, that really hate cilantro. And I was
I complimented that salsa though.
I was a little blown away by it. I didn't.
I think I started that. Sorry about that. No, I don't like onions, like raw onions. Like if I see anything with raw onions or raw cilantro, immediately like I taste it. It's like my jaw clenches up.
Wow.
It's just like like eating ass. But it's just it's the absolute worst thing. I can taste it throughout. Like even if it's just sprinkled in something else, I can taste it. And for some things like garlic. I tried eating, like when I was sick once, someone said just eat a raw clove of garlic. And it was like,
that's kind of brutal.
And like she does it all the
powerful.
time. I don't know if she's Italian. She does it all the time, but I don't know if that's part of it. But like cooked garlic, love it. Cooked onions, okay, I'll put it in things. But cilantro and anything, nope.
I do want to add the caveat that cooked cilantro doesn't bother me as much. Like cooked stuff with cilantro in it, I can't taste it as much as like fresh cilantro. But I do like salsas. I just omit the cilantro. And I did compliment your wife's salsa. I said it looked beautiful. I always compliment your food.
I did.
Well, I guess the positive thing is if everyone liked the same shit, we wouldn't have all these restaurants and menus and everything like that. So it's like to me, the only two things in the world I won't eat, because I'm pretty diverse, is I won't eat mushrooms and I won't eat olives, because I think they infect everything around them. And I won't even eat in a house that sauteed mushrooms in the house, because the smell ruins my food.
Wow.
So when it comes to like The Last of Us, you're going to be totally safe because you never ate mushrooms, right? When it comes to like The Last of Us, you would be totally safe because you never ate those mushrooms.
Well, no, but he eats flour products, don't you, Biff? Or do you dodge all that too?
What do you mean?
Like
Flour.
It was in flour.
I think they're talking
was
about
in
the
college.
TV show, Beth.
Oh,
Beth.
never
They're
saw it,
talking
yeah.
about the
Oh,
show.
I
Last
don't
of
know.
Us? No, you don't watch that? Oh man.
No.
You know what's weird? Coriander is actually like the seed of cilantro.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
But
is.
coriander's great. I love coriander. So go figure.
Yep. It's well, but I think it's different because it has to do with something in the leaves of the cilantro.
Right. Right.
There's
No,
like
so that-
some sort of it's a genetic thing. They think. They don't know for sure.
Coriander is a Titan, so
Yeah.
Oh, really?
must be it.
If you look in the Alliance chat, I said I didn't want to come out against Coriander and be accused of being anti-Starfire. So
Wait,
bet-
coriander? There's a Titan named Coriander?
that's a real
Starfire.
Starfire.
Oh,
Starfire.
right.
So Starfire has been a little useful for me in this female blitz.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been using my RB2 Starfire more than I have in a
Yeah.
Look at
Good
that
chest
transition
encounter.
into DLC.
Yeah, should we get into
Good
some
job,
DCL?
Biff.
Should I hit the gong?
Yeah. Witty teed it up. And
Let's do it. The
Right.
gong has
Nice.
spoken.
Gong it.
My gong. Okay, that's where we are. Let's get into some DCL. And shit. Continue, Biff. I didn't mean to interrupt
no,
you.
I've been having fun with the female blitz because I get to use my Batgirl again and have to get a little creative with some things and think through some stuff. So it hasn't been as boring as Wraith and Siege and all that
Siege.
stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that. That's actually one of the first things I had up is, does anybody have Rocket yet? I
do.
think you do. Okay, so Miss Junk and Sekju have Rocket.
Although I should say I don't have her geared, but I think I like her skill sets. She seems almost like a little bit Arcus-y, and how she ramps, but I don't know.
Kind of. I do have her geared. I have her ringed. She's at L2 at the moment. I have used her a little bit in female, blitz, and she's had some moments where she shined, and I've liked what she did. She's had some other moments of disappointment. I expressed in the chat that I didn't like that she struggled against Barda, but again, we're talking an RB1 Barda versus an L2 Rocket, so is that a fair matchup? I don't know, but I feel like a green with 16 strength up should be able to put a hurt on Barda, and it was barely tickling her. Some things to consider if you're thinking of investing in this toon. I don't know if it's like a happening all the time thing, but I never once saw her legendary 1 trigger where she was actually able to punch twice. I haven't been able to test it punching through awareness, but in exchange for those things, you get a secret can't miss because she punches the shit out of Cheshire. Actually, that's perfect. I'm going to test that later today. I'm going to try and punch the shit out of Cheshire under her awareness with that secret can't miss and see if it works. So I will test that later. I haven't thought to do that up before the show, but she can hit hard. I've seen her hit some heavy I think I had her really ramped and dropped her third on a team of Reds, and I saw like 150k crits dropping from her. So I definitely think that she has the potential to do some nice damage in raids, but it's a little disappointing that her attacking twice on her basic is not working because, again, that costs her 3 strength ups and, again, extra damage from attacking twice. So the kit otherwise is so basic. She gains men's, she gains strength ups when she takes hits. She gains immunities when she takes hits. It's just a super basic kit. But I think if you're going to want her to be able to survive at high levels, you're going to need to play her under like a leader like KOA that starts her with the crit immunity instead of waiting for her to take that first hit because she is a bit squishy. So, I've said the last few broadcasts that I do like milestone characters. I was upgrading Rocket no matter what. I'm committed to L5ing her no matter what. And I do like what she's doing, but I don't know what her utility is after this month in her 5X and raids, basically.
Yeah. Anybody else have any thoughts on that, or should we move right along to some more tangible topics? Because I don't know that anybody really has anything else to chime in on with Rocket. It just seems like nobody has it yet.
Yeah,
but
but
see,
I think that's good that it's like a character that if you like her, you can find ways to use her, and I think that's perfect. Like instead of making an overpowered toon, like they just make someone that you can use and find a home for, and I really like that when they do that.
Wish they had a little bit of synergy with Icon, but
Yeah,
it's
true.
yeah, like if she gave him shields or something like that, or gave out shields, that would be cool. I don't
There
Right.
know.
needs
Well,
to be
and
a
also,
synergy. There needs to be a synergy mechanic built into the
Mhm.
game. So like at the is one of the other abilities, maybe at the bottom of our 5 or 6 passives and active abilities we power up, there should be a synergy one added to the bottom. And then then they can add multiple synergy, like level 1 synergy with this character, level 2 synergy with that one. That's an easy mechanic to implement. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hell, Mongol proves there's room for 6, so you can't say there's not.
By the way, it's a little weird that they both Icon and Rocket do better when they get hit. It's a little weird.
Mhm. Icon especially though. No, I have him at L5 now, and he is just a brick shit house. When he starts taking hits, he gets so tanky.
Nice.
He's fun to play with. I mean, he's not going to change the game in any meaningful way, but he's just fun to play with. Again, if you like the character, you can definitely deploy him.
Yeah, the problem with all the new characters coming out is who knows them to like them.
Right.
well,
Like,
I mean,
to
Sekju,
like a character, you got to know who the fuck they are.
right? I mean, I was a
Oh, I get
Sekju
the
knows.
feeling. I'm slowly becoming biffed. With every new release, I'm slowly becoming him.
I feel like this month might have caught a lot of us off guard.
But
to be honest,
everybody-
'cause, I mean, I usually know people,
Absolutely.
but yeah.
You do know who Mamaragan is, right?
I mean,
I-
I vaguely knew who he existed, but I didn't know his name. For example, you just used his actual name. Didn't know that.
Well, if you go back, there's a really cool story arc. I think it was back in the New 52 when Billy was stripped of all of his powers and he had to go to new gods to get his abilities. And the M in Shazam actually comes from Mamaragan now, his ability. But like he got all the other abilities from all these other new gods. And then after he got his new powers, he went to fly and he found out he couldn't fly because none of the gods had the ability to fly, but some had the ability of fire. One had ability of lightning, things like that. And actually one of the gods was Darkseid's father that was imprisoned, and he was getting the strength from him. And he was like, you think Hercules' strength was like a mere tickle to what I have. And then he got the power of him. And that's what made up his new name, Shazam. And that's, I think, the first time they mentioned his actual name that I can recall. So it's been a while, however long New 52 back was. But it's the same guy that they're using now. It's the same wizard. He looks identical to that. And it's a really cool story arc. I need to find the name of it, but it's so cool because he has to go through all these trials.
I think I remember reading that.
Yeah, he has to go through all the trials and basically prove his worth to each individual god to be able to get the power to make up the name Shazam. It's kind of really cool.
I think, isn't it titled literally The Trials of Shazam?
It may be. I think it.
I
I
think
think
that's
it
it.
is. I think it is. It's really awesome because he's like competing against another person that's trying to win the favors of the gods to get the power before he does.
Mhm.
And it's kind of really cool because I think like Hercules maybe is this big, like bulky guy that's in like prison. He has like tattoos all over his body and stuff like that because he like took the form of a man or something, and he's like trapped. It was
Yeah, I
kind of
think
cool.
this was like right after Crisis, or not Infinite Crisis, wasn't this shortly
Probably
after that?
so.
Or I think that was right after Spectre like blew up the Rock of Eternity and like all that shit happened, right? Wasn't that? I think that's when all this happened.
Yeah, it's hard to remember because there's so many different storylines that are flying everywhere. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where the first time I was introduced to his name that
Of
I
all-
remember because
Of,
he
of all
mentions
the
his name.
days, of all the days for Tootie to miss, this is the one maybe he could have helped us out with, right?
Yeah, but Retmus seems to have it.
He seems to have a handle
Locked
on
down.
it too.
Oh yeah, he's got the lore, the new lore king.
Retmus is the
Yeah.
new
Gauntlet
lore
served.
king.
You hear that, lore king?
God, I
Throw
learned.
down.
I
Getting
learned-
called out 2 weeks in a row.
Well, I'm a major Shazam fan. Like I like all mystical characters.
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
they're it's my favorite in the game. Shazam was always my favorite for the longest time. I mean, he's probably comic book wise, the original Shazam was the big red cheese before they kind of like changed him. But then it probably goes Dr. Fate after that.
So Why is Miracle Molly's name Mary?
She's triple M.
Okay, I'm just reading this. Miracle Molly, Mary Kowalski. Why wouldn't you just call yourself Miracle Mary?
Well, she has a speech impediment where she can't say her L's, so that's why people.
Maybe
Oh,
she does a lot of Molly.
I was going to say, Witty
That was
quoted
my-
earlier, she had a drug problem.
yeah. Oh man.
By the way, did anyone watch the 70s? Was there Shazam? How long did that Shazam TV show go on? That was like,
Oh,
was it
yeah.
70s or 80s?
It was in
or
the
not
late
cartoon, There was like a
70s.
live action
Yeah,
thing.
I remember that. It was in the late 70s.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah,
It was in 1974.
Oh, was
I have
it?
I have the box set of it. Is
Wow,
when it
yeah.
Okay,
came
I thought
out.
it was late 70s. I must have seen reruns then, but
The
yeah.
only thing I didn't like about that is they actually changed the actor that played Shazam like midway through.
Oh, good Lord. Can't do
Yeah,
that on a
yeah.
live action show.
Yeah, and it was I can't remember how many episodes. I wanted to say there was like 24 or 26 episodes total. But I think it was it was 3 seasons. It actually lasted 3 seasons. And I think the first season kept the original actor. Then the second season, there was actually a spin-off, The Secret of Isis, that they made as well. There was a whole season of Isis. It
Ooh,
was kind of cool.
That did not age well.
Yeah. I mean, I watch it. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, really, really cheesy, because it's a boy that rides around with his mentor in a RV and he calls down Shazam to help. So he doesn't turn into Shazam. He calls him to help. It's like really weird, but it was Shazam, so I had to buy it.
That says a lot about the 70s, like a kid who gets into an RV with an older man and
Yes,
rides around.
yes.
Yeah, that says a lot. Like, yeah, that's what's wrong with that?
Yeah. Along with his mentor, he rides around solving crimes.
Oh, just one bed. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
We'll double up again.
Twin mattress in the RV.
When the van is rocking, don't come a knocking.
Shazam.
That reminds me of Cheech and Chong. You remember Up in Smoke when the van was
yeah.
rocking and it shows all the animals? I just noticed, like, I was flipping through HBO Max last night and they added all the old Cheech and Chong movies.
Did
Oh,
they?
wow.
Yeah. I was just like, those were classics.
I haven't seen
I
those
know
in
it's
a
a
long
big
time.
switch. Do you ever watch those Sekju? Tell me you have. You had to have watched Cheech and Chong movies.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. I mean, they're not my choice, like, stoner movies, so to speak, because they're
Yeah.
older for
Right.
me. Like, I'm more of the Pineapple Express variety of
So, right.
stoner movie. But you know
Yeah. But
of course. I've seen-
When they roll up a joint, it's the size of their arm. It's
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
hilarious, man. It's like, get into that.
You should see the thing my wife got me for my birthday. I'm gonna have to spend like $2,000 to get enough weed to fill this thing. If you ever look up the Challenger cone, it's a prefabricated cone, but the thing is like almost 2 feet long. It's insane. Like
wow.
it's literally those joints. It's crazy. I'll have to try and like bring it into the camera image at some point for you guys to see this thing, because it's fucking ridiculous,
Awesome.
That sounds like there should be like a sex toy with the same name and dimensions.
right?
The Challenger.
The Challenger cone coming for you.
By the way, speaking of movies you should watch while high, I found that there was a TV movie of Doctor Strange
Yes.
back in the
Oh.
70s too.
Yes,
So
I
I
got that
found
as
that
well.
I found that online, and oh my god, it's so bad.
it's
just
very
so bad. It had Jessica Walters from Arrested Development on it though.
All right.
So that was fun to see.
That is fun. I watched The Woman King last night. That movie was fucking awesome.
Oh, nice.
Is
Yeah.
it? I was wondering about that. I saw the preview for it.
I
when
mean,
it
there were
was-
people complaining about it. They're like, "Oh, it's a bunch of these black women killing white men." I'm like, "Well, they're killing the people that are enslaving them, and if
Yeah.
you pay attention to history, that was white people." You know,
Right,
like, so
right.
who were they? And they killed a bunch of their own countrymen too. Like it was warring tribes and stuff like that. It wasn't like they were specifically singling out them killing the white guys. They just happened to be there too.
They're killing colonizers. Like, oh no, heaven
Yeah.
forfend.
But no, I thought Viola Davis was pretty awesome in it. So, I know we're all like torn on like the DC future universe stuff, but I'm not gonna mind a project featuring her. She's such a
Yeah.
good actress. Just give her a
Yeah.
chance to do something with those acting chops in that character.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm totally willing to let her. I mean, she's done a great job with it before, so
Yeah,
there's no
yeah, it's
reason
like,
to
well,
not expect.
Well, Witty was saying, like, who wants a show about that? And I was thinking about that after the last show, and I was like, you're right. Like, who does want that? But when you look at her acting ability, if you give her something to work with and like throw some good supporting characters on that show, it could be something. I hope. You know me, eternal optimist.
Right.
It could be good. Don't get me wrong, it could be good, and I really hope it is good, and I hope it's something you enjoy. But for me,
Yeah.
Viola Davis is amazing. I think she even got EGOT status, right? I think she won.
I think so.
I think she got all the awards right now. She's a good actress, but I don't think that role takes takes too much for her to, you know, she doesn't pull a muscle while playing Amanda Waller, you know. Could be someone else. You didn't need, you wouldn't need an award-winning actress to play Amanda Waller.
Well, it's kind of like this.
That's my take.
It's kind of like the same character when she did How to Get Away with Murder, where she was the superior figure, you know, the teacher that was in control. She's kind of playing that same character, but you know, now she's a government, you know, agent that's in charge. So it's not a big stretch, like you're saying. I agree with that.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it. It's not. I don't think she's gonna pull her acting muscles for this. So.
Right, but maybe
it could be fun. It could be fun.
Yeah, maybe in the series they'll add something to the character. They give her a little more dimension, maybe.
Yeah, well, and I think a lot of that comes down to the writing too. Like, hopefully, if you get a different writer that gives her more material to work with, and you know, again, she's a fringe character in Suicide Squad. She's a main character, yes, but she is on the fringe. She's not like in the heat of battle. She's not one of the main storylines you're really following. She's just kind of the person in the background in both of those movies. So, you know, give her the opportunity to be kind of the star and see what happens. I hope. I'm just trying to remain positive because, again, if that's going to be the first thing we get along with Creature Commandos before Superman, I just hope that it does well enough to keep enough people interested that it can grow from there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I see what he's doing with the like. I know you guys talked about it last week, so I won't get into it. But like, you know how he's like, everyone knows Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. They know those stories and they've seen a lot of it. But I mean, the reason why the Marvel came together, like they didn't have Spider-Man at first, and they didn't have like the Fantastic Four. So they worked on these side characters, and then when you saw them all together, it built something kind of cool. And you know, not that they need to copy Marvel's blueprint, but
sure. Well, I mean, the thing is, the Marvel universe didn't even start out that way to begin. It didn't start out as a universe. It was one Iron Man movie.
Yeah.
So the Hulk was technically first, I believe.
No. Because Robert Downey Jr. made a cameo in the Hulk.
The Hulk came after. They came out in the same year.
It was the same summer. It was the same year. Summer.
Okay.
Yeah, like 3 months apart.
At the end of the Hulk, Robert Downey Jr. was in it. That's right, because he met General Ross.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Did I read somewhere Harrison Ford is now General Ross? Did I see that?
Yes.
Somewhere?
Yes, because the other guy passed away.
Yeah, William Hurt passed away. Yeah, but away from Marvel, back to DC stuff.
Yeah, fuck that. Back to Molly Wizard.
Yeah, so I don't know much about her as a character. I really don't. I've seen some stuff in the chat. I kept thinking I was gonna I kept thinking I was gonna hop on DC Infinite and just look up some of her stories, and I'll probably do it later today, but I haven't gotten around to it yet, so I don't really have anything to say about her.
Is she a Batman thing? Did I hear
thought
someone say that?
I thought she was going to be like a Mr. Miracle female version, is what I thought it was by their colors of her outfit and their name Miracle, but I have no clue. I have no clue.
I looked. I don't know who she is, but I looked at her, and my thought is a third-rate Harley Quinn. You know, because we have Harley Quinn, then Punchline, and then she's like the third option, the cheap one. So that's who I think she is. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's what I got from the design.
Is she someone that's been in the comics lately? Is that why they're bringing her in? Because they seem to be doing that a lot.
Okay, so she is a super villain and an antagonist of Batman. Okay,
third-rate Harley Quinn. So I was right.
Yeah.
Right.
So why does what's the see? Normally they have been doing well, maybe not, but those are kind of two random new characters that have no anything together.
Well, I'm thinking Shazam Wizard because of the movie coming out.
Then why not do a second Shazam?
Yeah, I agree.
Shazam month.
Dr.
So I guess
Savannah or
she's like
something.
a cybernetically enhanced, because I was looking and it says her powers: cybernetic enhancement, magical eye, computer operation, genius intellect, mechanical engineering, gadgetry.
Sounds like Batman.
Cyborg Harley Quinn third rate.
Right.
That's it.
Third rate.
Look,
Cyborg.
we're running out of ideas, guys. What can we do? Well, let's just throw a bunch of characters in a hat and pull out names and merge them.
Yeah, Miracle Molly.
And is she in any current story arcs or anything like that, or is it just?
It says she was formerly part of Birds of Prey, though. It says.
Huh.
What a film that was.
But now she's in Helios Robotics. Yeah.
BF.
Alignment bad. Oh, this is funny.
Yeah, Birds of Prey. This movie ends quickly.
Yeah.
More
I
or
was
less.
disappointed with that movie.
Yeah. There was only one good scene in that, I thought, and that was the part right at the beginning where Harley Quinn
The
jumped on that
sandwich?
dude's legs and
The
smacked
sandwich.
his.
Yes, the sandwich.
Oh, the sandwich.
When Harley's talking about her sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best scene of the movie.
Oh,
And-
I do like that the hyena's name is Bruce. That makes my day
Yeah.
in that movie.
Pretty good.
Ooh, she does have a cybernetic eye. One of her eyes is
Oh.
like a bright purple looking.
Maybe she'll have an eye laser like Kano. No?
Oh, that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
DC has a history of crossing over.
Yes,
Don't
they
sell it
do.
out.
That's true.
Yes, they do. That
And they
wouldn't
have
be
great
too bad.
they do have good reworks this month. Like Mary Marvel and Indigo,
Yeah.
both could use some loving.
I'm happy I only have to build one of them.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Me too. I think I have.
Indigo,
I-
probably, right?
Yep.
I-
yep.
Indigo.
Just taking a guess.
I was like bringing characters that I wanted up to 80, and then without realizing it, I was like adding essence to her because I wasn't paying attention. So she's level 80 for me right now. I'm like
Oh.
so pissed. I was like, what a waste of green essence. But I mean, like she does have something where she gets rid of where she transfers debuffs. So I wonder if she's gonna be like a pseudo, like
Disease.
I don't want
solution.
to say answer to because there's no way she's gonna be an answer to the Trigon
You know,
Treasure.
I was
Treasure mana,
figuring
but-
there was going to be something with Shazam because the movie isn't it out next month?
Yeah.
new Shazam
It's
movie?
coming out like March.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, so I was wondering
lost
who they
track of
were going to
release dates.
do, and I know Shazam he had a rework not too long ago, and I didn't know if they were going to rework him, but at least they chose a Mary Marvel, right?
Mhm.
Isn't that who?
Yeah.
they're doing? So they chose a Marvel, and then we got another one from the movie, the Wizard. But then the whole thing with I don't know, maybe Miracle Molly's in the Shazam movie, and we don't know about it.
I
They
doubt
picked her
it.
up on the mean streets of Gotham.
But
Maybe she was
yeah.
in the canceled Batgirl movie, and that was coming out around now too. And the developers like, "Well, shit, we have no way to turn around our plans, so here we
You'll
go."
never see the Batgirl film either, so it'll make total sense.
Yeah, we're like, "What the fuck is this character doing here?"
What's Indigo? Like what is she? What's her deal? Like what's
She's like a lantern, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was from the War of the Light and the leader of the
Oh,
Purple
yeah.
Lanterns. That's Compassion
Purple.
Lanterns
Yeah.
or whatever.
Purple Lanterns.
So I guess they like they're the ones that like put Black Hand in chains, that cool Black Hand skin that most people have, I think, or I hope. I don't know.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
have-
it's a really great skin.
Yeah, so I mean,
this
that was
one
his
makes a whole
Indigo
lot of
skin.
sense.
Yeah, really. There's no theme, I guess. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like, here you go.
Yeah.
It's
Lanterns, Bat, Shazam.
it's
All right.
March. Yay!
I guess it's more Shazam themed because there's
Yeah,
two Shazam
there's two.
characters.
Yeah,
But it's I don't know.
they could have introduced like I don't know other Shazam villain or something
Exactly.
I said Dr. Savannah. Why can't we use some
Yeah.
of these people?
like that.
Yeah.
You
Or
know?
how about like a big cybernetic suit character with a bubble in the top and Mr. Mind controlling it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not? And just the tiny, like in his avatar can be just the tiny little worm. Be
Yeah.
awesome.
They could do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, how cool would it be if Mr. Mind just made other people on the other team attack each other?
Exactly. That would be awesome.
I mean, it's already coded into the bugs wherever like people.
Yeah.
I've had the
Oh.
question in Siege punch somebody on my team a couple times.
Right,
recently.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing, Renee? Settle down there.
Batgirl's been throwing her batarang at her own team in the female blitz for me.
Well, it's
Like,
a batarang.
oh,
It
God.
comes back. It comes back.
And her batarang is can't miss. So she took out one of my Cheshires the other day.
That had to
Bad
feel a
luck,
little
kids.
good though, being that
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just-
no,
I mean,
it's-
like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't lose too much sleep over the bugs.
I don't find Cheshire to be that scary in the female Blitz, to be honest. Like, I think she's kind of easy to manage when she doesn't have
Yeah.
Trigon right next to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean Dr.
Absolutely.
Poison, Starfire.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not even using them. I'm using the secret can't miss people like Cyclone.
Yeah, I'm using Cyclone too.
I've been
Yeah,
using
she's great.
Cyclone a lot in Siege.
Yeah, well, she's awesome. I mean, just peel off the awareness, and then she does huge damage to the other
Yep.
people. Like, if you see a team with Canary and Stripe, absolutely, I'm bringing Cyclone and Black Lightning because I'm gonna get that overheal, and then I'm gonna hit you with that third, and both your reds are gonna be dead on the opening turn, and that's a great start to a siege match. So, how's everyone's siege going?
Awful.
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 Nice.
Awful.
Okay, let's start. Since you answered first, Witty, why is it awful?
Oh yeah, because I lost a lot of matches right on
Oh.
the first week, and I could never come back from that. So
Wow.
I've given up.
Well, you're not missing out on much with Rocket. If you didn't want the character, then you're not hurting too
I
bad.
will get her Hell 5 eventually. So I won't lose much sleep over it. But you know, when it starts bad, I can never catch up to it later.
Where do you
Yeah.
normally finish in Siege?
Oh,
Like,
top 210.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I think I'm top 500, but that's like
Oh,
barely,
same.
barely. Yeah.
Same.
Or
Mine
top.
mine started off unbelievably horrendous. I mean, it was like probably the worst I've ever done in my life. I was like 1,600 rank or something like that because just stupid things that just irritates me, especially like going into a match and completely destroying the opposite team, and they don't even get a turn, but Trigon's passive kills every one of my members. But they don't even get to attack. That's what pisses me off the most
Mhm.
about Trigon. So the enemy team doesn't get to attack you, but you just beat the shit out of everybody, and then you drop over dead.
Yeah. Oh,
I hate that. And that happened to me quite a bit. And I was just getting so irritated with it. And I just said, oh, forget it. But like now I'm like 300 and some. I caught back up because I just started using Eurocunt stuff.
We're
to
giving
get
him
myself
way too
back
much
in
free
there.
press, by the way. We're giving him way too much free press.
True. Yeah, I think let me see what I'm currently at right now. I'm 461 right now, but I was like 1,600 and stuff something a couple days ago. So I've got a bunch of 20s in there to catch back up.
Can
But
you
I
hear me?
really I don't really care. What was that
Oh,
section?
so my screen like went dead on my side. I just want to make sure that you guys can still hear me, and I'll just stare at the blank screen. I don't want to mess anything up.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
we
although
can
I feel
hear
like your head is getting slightly lower as the show goes on. I don't know if it's your posture or you're just getting high and just
That could be it. I could be slouching more. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. I can't see myself. I don't.
Oh, there you go.
He's just relaxing.
Yeah.
Who are you guys using against like the Atrocitus Brainiacs teams? Are you using Siege characters or you just
No, I
Mirror
just
match.
I
Okay.
mirror. I
yeah,
mirror.
that's what I've been doing, and it's been like, it
It depends on who's in the fourth spot and how strong they are. Like if it's anything like if it's say for instance I get somebody using like an L5 Spectre in the fourth spot, I'll use Atro Supergirl Brainy and then at least one bonus and just hit the third on Atro. It always kills Spectre and then you at least get 14 instead of 12. So I mean
Right.
it kind of depends on the strength and what's in that four spot.
Yeah, the ones I'm getting are the ones really high, and I'm just it's fine for me. I'll take 12s. But I'm actually higher than I normally am, and I don't even know how. I mean, I haven't lost much. So I think that's the key. But I've had plenty of +3s. With the current meta, you can lose a lot of characters, and there's but yeah, I think I'm 101 right now, but I have
nice.
but I have 9 out of 10 right now on the board. So that's with one more match and a board clear, I'll probably be 80, something like that, which I'm usually not that high because I don't buy energy. I don't do any of that stuff, but I've gotten lucky on a couple boards, gotten a couple +20s because it just, 25, 26,000 power
I think the board I'm on now, twice I didn't realize that they had a Brainiac, or like I was like just not paying attention. And
Yeah.
then I saw the Atrocitus Brainiac and I didn't bring Brainiac. And of course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I did that. I did that the other day because I have a slot for that mirror team,
Mhm.
but in Siege, I swapped out Brainiac for Cyclone on one of them because I could, because they had Black Lightning as their fourth. So I put Cyclone as my fourth and just wiped him out. But then the next time I went into the mirror match, I forgot to replace Cyclone with Brainiac and I got wiped. So
I did the exact same
Yeah.
thing last night, and it dropped me. I was sitting around 65, and it dropped me down to 72. So stupid losses, but that's my best Siege ever so far.
I tell you, when I
If
first
I can
started,
hold it.
when I first started Siege, I'm not exaggerating this. 6 out of the 10 boards were all Enchantress, Cheshire, Trigon, and Terra.
Yeah, same.
6
That's
of my
fine.
boards. You know what the odds are of getting a perfect win without losing one character against that team? You can get a team to win every time, but to get everybody to survive, it's kind of hard, unless you use. I mean, of course, we can do the Martian Manhunter, Darkseid, Dazod, and stuff like that. But that doesn't always work because sometimes Cheshire will target Darkseid first thing and wipe that strategy out. So
well, since he has awareness now, he usually survives for me. And you have him RB5. He should be surviving.
No, he gets wiped out because she attacks, knocks the first awareness off, but she puts all the disease on.
Right, but then her second attack usually wouldn't take it.
But then
they're not taking out
Trigon's passive stacks on more on him because he has no more defense because she just
Yeah.
wiped it off. So that's why I told you all my characters just start popping off because of Trigon.
I don't lose anyone to the Terra version of that. I always lose someone to the Cyborg Superman version of that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because Cyborg Superman, for some reason, the AI with him, he is locked into Dr. Poison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He is locked in. I have never seen that motherfucker attack anyone other than her.
He's like, I'm coming for you, girl.
Really?
Every time.
Yeah.
Now, M4 was testing teams against this, and he came up with a really good team that was wiping everybody out. And it was Nightwing, Red Robin, Question, and Darkseid. It almost works every time because Question takes away all of Enchantress's damage immunity. So it's going right off the bat. Red Robin goes first, so he can choose Darkseid to stun people. It was working really, really well. And I've tried it a few times and I've had success with it too. So that's another one you guys might want to give a shot.
Right.
Nightwing, Red Robin.
Write it
Question,
down,
Darkseid.
kids. Write it down.
And that's all. That's M4. That's what he
That's
came up with. So he gets the creds for that one.
Well, there you go. There you go. Speaking of credit, I don't know how to segue out of that, so I'll just say, speaking of credit, let's talk. The only thing I have left on my docket to discuss today really is, and I don't know, this is maybe we want to discuss, maybe we don't, but the Flash trailer dropped. Everybody see that that whole mess.
Yeah.
I kind of have mixed feelings about it. On one hand, I really want to see the movie because I really want to see Keaton in as Batman again. I think everybody is on that same page. But equally, I do not want to watch a film with Ezra Miller. So
I feel you 100%.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
Right?
Well,
I mean,
the way I look at it is judge a person by their acting ability in the movie you're going to see for pure entertainment, not what that person does in his personal life. But we don't. We all judge them outside of what we're actually going to see them for. If you're going to meet him in person, as a dinner or something like that, then you would judge him as a person. We're judging him as his acting ability in a movie for our enjoyment. That's what you really should judge him by, not what his extracurricular activities are. There's people that are so close-minded, like, oh, I don't want to watch this because Ezra Miller dresses up like a girl, or Ezra Miller does this. They always find some reason not to watch a movie because of something he did outside of the movie, but not what for the movie's face value is supposed to be for our entertainment. That's the
Or
whole
because he
point.
assaulted half of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Right.
there's
And
a
I
big
understand
problem.
that person does
Yeah.
bad things and you don't want to support him from a movie, but it's really not supporting him. You're supporting DC as a whole as a movie, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, and
but
he's not the only one. Like you're supporting
Right.
the production crews, the artists, the visual effects
Right.
people,
So
the
don't let
hundreds of people that go into making a movie.
and you know how everybody says one rotten apple spoils the batch, that old saying, take the rotten apple out and enjoy the others.
I don't know.
Yeah, or you could just, to that point, if you're really that down on Ezra Miller, just say, and you don't want to see the movie, don't see the movie because he's not a douchebag. Don't see the movie because he's a shitty actor. And he plays a bad Flash.
Right.
So, like, to me, that's the bigger thing. Like, I agree with Retpmus that, there are a lot of times, our athletes or our entertainers or ever are not great people. I mean, we know that. But we still enjoy what they bring to the table. The mystery with Ezra Miller to me is he's not that good. He's not that good at Flash.
He's supposed to be in this.
Agreed.
So why would
100%.
why would we put up with a douchebag if he's
Right.
not even good? But hey, Rhett, if he is good in this, great. He wasn't good in Justice League. You can tell you that.
I agree. Just some of the reviews of people, from the earlier showings and stuff said that he really did a fantastic job acting.
Oh.
Now I'm having a hard time believing that, but
Yeah.
I'm willing to give him benefit of doubt. I'm going to see the movie just because the people that are in it, like AB was saying, I want to see Michael Keaton again. I know he's 70 some years old, but he holds a special place, because he was the original I'm Batman, and I just want to hear him say that again or something, It's just, I don't know. It's a nostalgia thing.
Sure. No, I understand.
I'm going to see it. I just don't think he was just not, to me. He didn't scream Flash to me.
He was screaming more Wally West to me anyway than a Barry.
Yes. That was been my biggest issue with the characterization the whole time. Isn't that he's a bad Flash? He's the wrong Flash.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like if he was cast as Wally West, he would have been fine. Well, other than his, extracurricular activities, none of
Right.
that's fine. But let the law handle that basically.
Yes.
I don't like the idea of supporting him financially, but again, it comes down to like everybody else that works on a movie and the other actresses and actresses in a movie.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be my reason not to see something. But I want to see Keaton like everybody else, and he's a Pittsburgh guy, so I gotta go see Keaton.
I think we're all gonna watch it for Keaton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not for
More
the
or
Flash.
less.
Yeah.
But in response to Retpmus and to go on point with what Biff was saying is that it shouldn't really matter what the person is outside the role for them to do a good job. Yeah, but DC wasn't quite consistent when they fired that dude that played the elongated man on the Flash show for
Mhm.
some stupid tweets from like 10
years.
15 years
Yeah.
ago, and this guy pleaded guilty to a crime, to an actual crime, and they're supporting him like crazy. I don't understand that. That's my first point. The second one is like, I mean, Biff's right. The guy's not even a good Flash. So if you're gonna support someone, despite everything that's happening around him, he should be a good Flash. I mean, he should be the hand. It should be the what Henry Cavill is to Superman. Ezra Miller should be the same as the Flash, and he's exactly the opposite. It just makes stupid faces, and I don't know. He runs weird. I just don't see him. I just don't see him as the Flash. I don't care. There's two of them in that trailer, and both of them suck.
Yeah. Well, there's a
We
reason.
want to go watch the movie for Keaton.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's a Flash movie, and people want to see Batman. Period.
That's a bad thing. That's a bad sign.
If this movie is supposed to reset the whole thing, the new DC universe, they should really move forward with another actor.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I
That would
agree.
be the way to go.
Can his ass.
I do
far
also
as
want
I
to
see
see
it.
what Zod is up to, though. Like, I'm kind of interested in Michael Shannon and what Zod's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be doing from that
I'm,
trailer.
I'm,
That's
I'm
true,
upset
too.
that he's now fighting Supergirl instead of
Yeah.
Superman.
Which is clearly
Kinda
what that
bummed.
would have been if they hadn't cut him out. Like, you
Kind
know,
of bummed, but you know, it's okay to have a new character, and we'll see what she does. I'm more excited for her than to see Ezra again.
yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
kind of
That's for sure.
disappointed because the word on the street is she's not going to be the one that goes to be in the new Supergirl movie. So what the
What's the
hell is the
point?
point?
What's the
Yeah,
point?
like it's like they want us to go see this movie, but
Since she's not going to be in the next project, so Flash should be recasted as well. I
exactly.
mean, reset the whole thing.
Yeah.
Erase this
Yeah.
guy from existence
I-
because
there's
he
part
doesn't
of me-
deserve it. It doesn't
part of
deserve
me
the
can-
support.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to keep interrupting, but part of me continues to believe that this is all just a marketing scheme. That Warner Brothers, DC, they're all just like, we need to pump this movie up to get as much money out of it as we possibly can. And then once they have their box office, then they're going to cut ties with him. Like, I feel like that is what's going to happen.
I hope so.
But
Yeah.
you can't lead up to a movie and fire the guy and say, well, I hope you guys will go see this movie if he's definitely shit canned. Like, you have to leave. I mean, they say the old adage is what? No press is bad press or whatever. So just by virtue of the controversy existing that is being kept in the role is eyes and clickbait articles and all this stuff to get attention on this movie. So to me, it's marketing strategy.
Yeah. By the way, that's
Well,
no
I-
such
I-
thing as
But-
bad
but
press.
if the movie makes like, let's say, a million, 2 million, I don't know, whatever. If it is successful, how are they gonna fire the guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I push back a little bit against what you guys are all saying with like how you can't really judge an actor by his actions off screen so much, because I mean, like, I think everyone has a line to where they're gonna say like, all right, that's enough, you know, and everyone's line is different. I mean, like Bill Cosby's going on tour again this year. I don't know if you guys saw that. Like, he's
Yeah.
actually doing a comedy tour, and it's like but you could use that same rationale, you know. So I think everyone has a line where they're like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch a Woody Allen movie because he, you know,
Yeah.
because he raped his daughter, you know.
Right.
And like, if your line is there and you don't want to watch it, totally respect it. If you're a DC fan, you want to watch it just because it's part of the series, you know. And I get that. Like, if you know, I think they're a piece of shit in Hollywood all over, and you know, so no judgment if you don't watch it. I mean, Ezra Miller, that's giant
That's
turd.
odd that Bill Cosby's going back on. Like, you just think
Yeah,
at
just
this point,
don't
at this
don't
point
get-
in his
yeah.
life, just disappear.
Dude, bring your own drinks. Don't
Yeah.
go to the refreshment stands.
Right.
No, find another comedian. Like,
Right.
that's,
Well, yeah,
that-
but-
yeah. I mean, we've seen Bill Cosby's bit. We've all been around long enough to hear his stuff. He doesn't need a new tour. But
Yeah,
Especially at
yes.
his age. Like,
That's what I mean.
how's that going to be
Yeah.
funny? That's going to be sad.
Right. If you want to watch a sad old man, just watch C-SPAN.
Well,
Watch,
yeah, and it's like
yeah.
anybody that followed his whole
Watch
cape,
Biden
like,
and Trump, McConnell, all of them. Just watch them.
ugh.
or just listen to AAD. There are plenty of sad old men on this show.
And
That's
it's still
it.
funnier.
Yeah.
Or funnier than a pudding pop commercial.
Oh my
That's
God.
for sure.
Oh my God. Well, I
There
think
were
it's-
some nifty things in the trailer, though. I think just to the content of the actual trailer itself, I thought it was really well framed. Like, I thought it was neat. I thought it was cool how they revealed his Flash ring, which is like
Sure.
a big deal from the comics. I thought that was awesome. You know, I can't tell what the hell is happening in that one scene where two Flash boots meet back to back and then they split in the opposite direction, because that sure looked like it was the Dark Flash version
it's
of
a
the
bunch
Flash
of
there.
there's like 6 different versions of the Flash all teaming up right there. If you
Yeah.
if you pause it and you look, you can see them all in the background. They're all, I guess, teaming up to fight against something.
They're
Probably
all
the-
Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
God.
They gotta start
Yeah.
fighting each other because they're all
6.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, so
Well,
we have
there's-
6 Ezra Millers now. That's even worse. We were disappointed we had 1.
Jesus.
Maybe one of the 6 will be good.
By the way, can I just make a comment about trailers in general? If you can't find, I don't even know how long the trailer is, but a minute and a half, 2 minutes, I don't know what. But if you can't find a minute and a half and 2 minutes of a movie to put in a trailer that makes it look good, you got, you know, that's got to be a pretty shitty movie. Like,
Yeah. Like
you know,
Black Adam.
you got to find. It can't be hard to make an interesting trailer, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I just mean there's a lot of things happening in the trailer that are like moments from the comics that are like literally ripped out of the pages of the comics, even though they might be different characters. Like, yes, we know that Supergirl is replacing Superman in this Flashpoint Paradox style storyline, but like the whole like scraggly looking, emaciated looking Kryptonian thing is straight out of the comics, and then they break him out and he gets his powers instantly and just starts going on an accidental murdering rampage.
Mhm.
And that's like, that's ripped from the pages of the comics, and
Right.
that is cool to see on
Maybe they should
screen.
make Ezra Miller Zod because that seems more like him.
Maybe,
When it
I don't know.
goes out and starts murdering people.
But I mean, it looks like they're even doing the part
It
from
doesn't live to
Flashpoint
the
where
Kryptonian standards. He would never be a Zod in any universe. Zods are the Zod family. They are superior beings,
Oh,
whether
that's
they're
true,
villains
that's
or
true.
not. So he would never live up to them.
House of Zod.
Yep.
No.
I don't know. I saw a lot of cool things in the trailer, and I've heard from rumors that none of that even touched on the third act of the movie, which supposedly one of these berries is going to be revealed as, like, I heard, the Reverse Flash. So that's a rumor I've heard, and that would be cool, and that's kind of expected in a Flash movie. You would think that he would run into the Reverse Flash, especially when you're doing Flashpoint.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it all makes sense. And if that's the route they go, then I think it could be a really good story. Looks like from the trailer, they're going to do a version of him losing his powers when he goes into the past and Batman having to help him get his powers back. Because you saw like lightning hitting the bat plane and going down some sort of like thing and to Barry. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of cool things in there. I just hope the movie doesn't suck. I'm just going to try to get past all the Ezra Miller shit because
yeah,
whatever. I'm a DC fan and I just got to get past it.
Yeah, and I can understand all of that, but I mean, I don't know that I'm going to pay money to see it in the theater. I'll see it on TV when it comes out, but yeah, I can't do it.
I'm not going to go to the theater.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to rush right out.
Well, I'm definitely not going to rush out because it comes out on my son's birthday, so I'll be otherwise preoccupied.
Otherwise
preoccupied that day.
Right. Well, I want to thank you guys very much. You've been very entertaining, but I think it's time to take it around and get the last word. And Retpmus, it's your turn, pal. Take us to church.
All right. I don't really have a major last word today. I just wanted to bring up something that I didn't say yet last time because I was talking about my neighbor and everything. But I just wanted to give a shout out to my wife. We just celebrated our 28th anniversary.
Oh,
It was on Valentine's Day. I did that on purpose. I would never forget the day. But we're going 28 years strong.
Good
And
deal.
I just want to tell everybody that if you don't have someone in your life, or you do have someone in your life, be appreciative for them being there, because one of the major enjoyments is actually being able to share everything with someone, knowing that someone is there for you or has your back, that anytime you don't feel good about something, they're there to support you and everything. And if you don't have that type of relationship, you maybe strive to find that special someone. You can't make it happen, but when it does happen, it is a wonderful thing. And a lot of people take stuff for granted and they don't appreciate, their significant other. And that's really all I wanted to do, was just give a shout out, because I didn't get to last time, and how much I appreciate her and how much I love her for being in my life this long. And we're 2 more years to go and we'll hit the magic 30. So that's it for me.
Very good. Happy anniversary, by the way, buddy.
Thank you.
Very, very good work. 28 years is a long fucking time.
Yes, it is.
Long fucking time. All right. Biff, tell it like it is, pal.
So, as we talked about earlier on the show, if there's anyone out there that listens to the show that is married to one of 2 identical twins, please reach out to us on our Discord server or anywhere on our website, and let me know if it's weird, because something I truly want to know about. That's it.
All right. Short and simple this week. We love it, Biff.
I don't know. I know he's up to something, because genetically their kids should be like brothers and cousins at the same time, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
This
identical
is-
twins share DNA. It's like it's the same DNA profile. So
Yeah, but I'm more worried. I'm more thinking about it from the perspective of wanting to nail the sister too.
Yeah, I know, we got that.
So you basically what? It's not the threesome fantasy. It's
No,
Right.
no.
Okay.
That'd be weird.
Well, I think we know. I think we know what's been in Biff's search fucking history.
No, it's actually something I've always thought about.
Biff, does your wife have a twin sister?
No,
Just wondering.
It's just
No,
curious. What something I'm wondering about now.
not at all.
Okay.
Have you ever dated twins though?
I have never dated a twin.
Is
Never.
there something that provoked this fascination?
I think I saw it on a show once. That like a guy mixed up, like he kind of came up behind and gave her the old honk honk.
We're
And
sure
it
that
was-
wasn't
and
a
it- and it
porno.
was the sister.
I feel like that's the setup to a porno.
No, it's I've not seen it on any tube channels. But
Right.
no, just something I was curious about, and AB's joke at the beginning
All right,
sparked it up.
there you go.
There you go. I used to know identical twins. They were dudes, boys. They were two completely different personalities. I would never have mistaken them, even if their backs were turned to me. I don't know how that works or what that's worth to you, but I mean, I would assume it goes the same way for women.
So you didn't walk up behind one of them and just grab his crank
No,
out of the
no,
blue-
I
out of the
didn't.
blue.
Cup him gently from behind. No, I didn't do that.
You don't get this kind of insight on the Burger Shack.
Oh my God. All right. Thanks, Biff. Appreciate it, pal. Sekju, tell us what's going down, buddy.
Shit. I don't know. I mean, just I got nothing. I got nothing. Happy anniversary to Retpmus. That's awesome that you guys have made it 28 years. I hope to be able to match that and hopefully exceed that or continue with it. Keep going, plow ahead, my friend. But that's amazing, and I think that's awesome for you and your wife. And I'm just happy to hear that. I knew it was your anniversary, but just happy to say it on the air. Happy anniversary, and happy anniversary to anybody else they're celebrating anytime soon or whatever special occasions. Savor the little moments and celebrate the big ones, and that's all you can do in this life, right?
Damn right. Damn right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Oh, and also
Oh.
don't forget to jump at the opportunity to make an easy Wong joke. The people who know.
The Wong jokes. Thank you very much, pal. All right. Miss Junk, do you have anything left to say?
not really. I just wanted to give thanks to Retmus's wife and her twin sister. That's they really have provided me with so much.
Chad
no,
does have a sister that looks very similar.
Biff's like, tell me more.
Biff, what, don't put that Kleenex back. All right. So I'm getting over COVID, and someone sent me a bathrobe, and they know I love a good bathrobe. I have like 8 of them. I'm wearing bathrobe number 1 right now. Bathrobe alpha. And I was just like, that really, it was either someone randomly sent it to me because I knew I was sick, or I ordered something through Tapjoy and completely forgot about it. But I think whoever said it, I just like, that was really sweet, and it really made my day, and I really appreciate that. So send me a bathrobe. Just doing something randomly and nice like that is just really cool, and I hope more people do that. Not me, I'm too cheap, but everyone else.
By the way, to that point, I've been a little down lately working through a career change, and the other day, one of our alliance members just out of the blue sent me a Black Manta action figure, and opening it up. By the way, it was actually a funny story. So I have this guy coming out to work on our plumbing system, and he's waiting for a part. So he says, "Call me when you get the part, and then I'll come over and I'll install it, and I'll finish, all the work." So I'm not expecting any package. So the package shows up at my front door, and I don't even open it because it said the plumbing part was out for delivery on Friday.
Right.
So I just assumed this package that came to my front door was the plumbing part. So I call the plumber, and I say, "Hey, just got the part. Come on over." With him there, I'm opening the package where he needs to do this plumbing thing. And I open it up, and it has a handwritten note from one of our alliance mates, and it's a Black Manta action figure. And I just looked at this guy. I'm like, this isn't the part. And then he left, and the part came 10 minutes later. So,
Did he come back right after that? Or is he like...
to Miss Chunk's, no, he didn't. But to Miss Chunk's point, like just a random act of kindness at the end of a rough mental health week for me was just super awesome.
Yeah. That sounded like a porno, by the way, until about the last 10 minutes. But...
Yeah, the plumber.
The plumber.
The plumber.
Yeah, me and the
Classics.
plumber is not a web page I'm going to end up on.
Yeah. He's got some pipe he wants you to fix.
Oh, good Lord.
I heard he has a twin brother.
Oh, my God. Thank you very much, Miss Junk. Always a pleasure. Witty, give us the bottom line.
Yeah, I think that everyone has said that, pretty positive stuff. I know everyone's going through something in their life right now, and the fact that we come up here, we get together, and we have a laugh. It's just amazing. I can always say that I appreciate being with you guys whenever I can, because my schedule is always shit, but I do appreciate being here with you guys, and to Bip's point, our alliance mates are fantastic, and it just makes me and all of us to continue doing this and to continue playing.
Yeah,
appreciate you all.
Well said. Couldn't have said it any better myself, and I agree with everything you just said. Thank you very much, Witty. And we want to thank all of you for taking the time to be with us today. Get on our website, atlantisafterdark.com. Grab some cool swag from the merch store. Get on Discord and talk directly with us, and then hit that subscribe button on YouTube because you know you want to. For Biff, for Witty, for Retpmus, Sekju, DCL Junk, we'll see you all right here next time for another fantabulous episode of AAD. So long, everybody.